If you have an iPad and you've been thinking about getting into gaming more, I wouldn't start with a console just yet because this device actually is a great gaming console on its own. Granted that you have decent internet for cloud streaming. I would highly recommend you start off with the Xbox Game Pass, specifically because they use cloud gaming service that's very compatible with an iPad. You can play great games like Fortnite, Pal World, Starfield, Sea of Thieves, Battlefield. There's so many games at your disposal, and you can play it using any controller really. You can use a PS5 controller, Xbox Series X controller, but you're not limited to just those controllers. You can use Joy-Cons, you can use third-party controllers, even PlayStation 4 controllers, Xbox One controllers. It's really as simple as just connecting the controller to your Bluetooth. And to get the Xbox Game Pass cloud gaming on your actual home, all you really have to do is go to the Xbox Cloud Gaming website and just add the bookmark to your home screen, and it shows up as an app. You have to just sign in, and you're playing video games from your iPad, which already has a very beautiful screen, and the processor is pretty decent. It's not the best. Some games will lag if your internet is so, but I would say for the most part, from my personal experience, I don't ever really lag. The only time I really lagged was, I believe, when I was playing like Remnant 2, but even then it wasn't a very terrible lag, and it was very split second. I've played Fortnite on here many times with no issues. And if you're playing solo player experiences, you're gonna have absolutely no issues. The starting point from an iPad to an Xbox obviously is a very big difference, especially if you go for the digital Xbox Series S. But if you already have an iPad, and mine is from 2020, 2021, I believe. So if you have even something newer than that, you're probably going to have an even smoother experience. Like I said, you have so many game options. We can boot up Fortnite right now. And it does have a bit of a loading screen to kind of get you into the servers. But usually these servers don't take more than a minute or two. The only time I've ever had an issue where it took a little longer was with Pal World when it first released. And if we are loaded in, I will do a quick solo play just so you can see an example of how this runs. And Game Pass isn't the only thing that can make your iPad into a gaming console. So you may or may not know, but Netflix does have games. It doesn't have a great variety of games, but it does have Grand Theft Auto Vice City and San Andreas. So as you can see, San Andreas is running on the iPad via Netflix. Isn't that crazy? What a time to be alive. So obviously the graphics aren't amazing. It's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but this is pretty damn cool that I can play this on an iPad from a Netflix subscription. Super nostalgic, super fun game. I mean, like I said, why wouldn't you want a game on an iPad when you have so much access to all these cool little things? Another service you may be surprised exists is Amazon Gaming, which if you have Amazon Prime, you do have access to a couple of games, nothing too impressive. There are a few free games to play with Amazon Luna. You can also play Fortnite on here. You can play a couple of little random games that honestly are not that great, but it is something free if you already do have Amazon Prime. However, you do have access to purchase Ubisoft Plus, and that does have a couple of pretty decent games. It has all the Assassin's Creed games, some Far Cry games, and you can pay for Luna Plus, which gives you access to a couple of pretty decent games: Sonic Mania, Lego games, Batman, Control, which is a pretty fun game, Devil May Cry 5. You have some pretty decent stuff here if you do opt to go with the Luna Plus subscription. I still recommend the Game Pass over this, but it does have some pretty decent games. Another thing that you can do with the iPad for gaming is emulators. There's a couple of different emulators you can download on the iPad. I personally only use Eclipse. It gives me access to play NES, SNES, Game Boy Advance games. Other than that, you do have other emulators that I haven't really messed with too much because I do have so many different devices that I game on. But if you just have an iPad, I would definitely look into it. I do have a tutorial of how to download Eclipse onto your iPad, which I'll link down below. So thanks to the advance in technology we've had over the years, we finally come to a place where gaming is available in so many different platforms. Something as simple as an iPad that may be sitting in your home can be a gaming device and a gaming console with just literally a couple subscription services, maybe an emulator, and a controller. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Everything helps, likes, comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.